Welcome friends. For the next few trading sessions, we have identified two stocks, a possible advanced pattern on IGL or Indraprastha Gas Limited and a trend continuation trade on Cummins India. So let's begin with IGL or Indraprastha Gas Limited. Look at the charts of IGL. As could be seen from the chart here, IGL has been in a sustained downtrend, making lower lows and higher highs or lower highs. A lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and this candle is where this downtrend got arrested. It's now in some sort of a consolidation without any clear direction. After this candle here has violated this downtrend, it's in some sort of a consolidation at this point. Okay, and as we have mentioned before, consolidations in a chart are where we get advanced patterns. In the case of Indraprastha gas, we have a bad pattern, a possible bad pattern forming in this counter. Let me show you how a bad pattern or a possible bad pattern looks like in IGL. This would be our X to A to B, B to C, and the possible D point completion at 886. This is how a bad pattern looks like in IGL. Coincidentally, we have the D point completion on the bad pattern at this minor level of resistance. Let's see if we can have any references to support or strengthen our trade assumption. Okay, first let's begin with ABCD. This is our possible AB leg. Taking a clone would give us our D point completion at this point. Let's mark this D point completion with a line. Okay, now next fib confluence. Let's see if we can have any fib confluence. And from this point to this point, back into this point. Now that gives us confluence at two levels. First one is this level here, and the second one is right here on this major level of resistance. Okay, so let's mark this confluence with this line and get these of our charts. Now we have two fib confluence levels at this point and this point, the decompletion point at this point, and the decompletion of the bad pattern at this point. So literally we have a pretty big area of reversal. But in this case we have a bad pattern, and for bad patterns we need 0.886 as our decompletion point. So let's consider this area here as an area where we can expect the prices to reverse. So that's the pattern setup. Next, we should know where to place our trades. As mentioned earlier, we need prices to reverse by giving us a bearish candle. Say for example, a bearish engulfing candle or a pin bar sort of a candle from this zone. Once we have such a candle from that zone, we can initiate a trade on this back pattern. So the next step is to look for our targets and our stop loss. Let me show you how to place your targets and where to put your stop loss. For that purpose, let's pick the fib retracement tool from A to D, gives our point 382 as this and 0.618 as this level. So our first target would be this and our second target would be this, and our stop loss has to be somewhere above this level of resistance. So that's the trade setup, and let's see how this trade plays out in the next few trading sessions. The second one is Cummins or Cummins India. Cummins also is in a downtrend, and that downtrend is still intact, and this is where we have our shorting opportunity. Look at this portion on this chart. Look at this portion on this chart. We have a lower low closing from this support level. Although the closing on the second candle is not below the low point of this candle which broke through the support here, we can still feel convinced because of this strong candle. Okay, so this is our break below the retracement to test the level from where it pushed down, and the negative pin bar from that level once again. Okay, this setup is good enough for us to consider Cummins a decent shorting opportunity. Now we have the setup in place. Next, place the trade order on the opening of the next trading session, and in this trade we are expecting the prices to drop into its immediate level of support. Okay, so before proceeding with the target placements, let's check if we have any references to support and strengthen our trade. First, ABCD. Let me get these off. First, look if we have a good decompletion on an ABCD. This is our AB leg, and this is possibly our decompletion point. This one. This is our possible decompletion point. Okay. Next, fib confluence. Let's see if we can get any fib confluence. As you could see here, this point here is a confluence point. Anything else? Nothing. Okay, so let's get these off. This is our fib confluence level. This is a strong level of support, and this is our decompletion point. For this particular trade, let's narrow down our target zone or target area as this one. So let's now pick our target placement tool and assuming the markets opens somewhere here in the next trading session, somewhere within this zone would be our target area, and our stop loss should be placed above this point here. Always remember, we should give the stock price room to behave itself. We should not force outcomes onto the stock price. And if we have the discipline and patience to sit through, definitely we will be duly rewarded. So I am expecting prices to drop into this immediate level of support in the next few trading sessions.